The root, the root to all of your problems is your inability to stop self-sabotaging. And the reason for your constant self-sabotage is you don't have a structured identity or structured core values that you consistently live by. You'll go a couple days in a row of being disciplined and then you'll break. You go a couple days of being consistent, determined, and then you'll break. You go a couple days, being a drinker on the weekend, and then you go back to being a scholar on Monday. You have these inconsistent identities that you don't know exactly who you are, so you don't know who to lean back on when you face times of adversity. And that's the problem. You need to have an identity. You need to have beliefs. You need to have core values that when you face adversity, you can consistently go back to the individual who you want to be, the individual who you live by, the individual who you truly can see yourself as. How do you define yourself? How do you define yourself? You need these core values. You need this identity, because if you don't have it, you let your emotions control you in those times of adversity, or you let your emotions control you, honestly, basically through everything that you do in life, good or bad. And so what that calls for is whenever you're going through anything in life, you'll have big highs, big lows, big highs, big lows. When the goal should be, little highs, little lows, little highs, little lows. You're going through the same events, but you're remaining in this state of equanimity because you're not so emotional, you're not so reactive. You want to learn to be more proactive, but the only way that you can be proactive is if you have this set of beliefs that you constantly live by, this rule book. It's like a rule book to life. And you create your own rule book. But you know what your rule book is created in your own mind by your conscience, by your subconscious mind. The authentic voice of God is calling you to be an individual. Whatever you're drawn to. If you're drawn to being jacked, then make your rule book about being jacked. If you're drawn to being the best artist in the world, make all your beliefs and all your habits about being the best artist in the world. If you're drawn to being the greatest surgeon and doctor in the world, make all your habits and all your actions aligned with becoming that. But create your rule book. Create the rule book to your life with the beliefs that you need to live by and habits that you need to practice every single fucking day. So then you know exactly who you are. Like I said, so then you can remain in a state of equanimity. You're going through the same things, but you're having, the highs, they're not too high because you don't want to crash too hard. The lows are not super low. You're not going to crash out. You're not going to quit. You're not going to complain. You're not going to be the victim, because you're just cruising along the path that we're being laid out right in front of us. And because you don't have these beliefs, you cannot remain in the state of alignment, because you continue to overconsume on things that you shouldn't be overconsuming. That's what knocks you out of alignment. That's what knocks you out of these beliefs. Whenever you go into the weekend, you overconsume on vices. Whenever the morning comes and you overconsume on social media. Whenever the night comes around and you just got home from school or whatever, home from work, and now you overconsume on Netflix, overconsume on TV. You get home, you're stressed. You overconsume on food. You eat the whole damn pantry. And the reason that you're over-consuming in the first place is, like I've said the whole video, you don't believe in shit. You don't have a core belief. You don't have core values. You don't have a fucking backbone. That's what it all comes down to. You don't have a backbone, so when you slip, you fall on your ass and you break. You break every bone in your body because you don't know how to get up. You don't know how to get up because you don't know what to lean back on. So guess what? So when you do overconsume in things, which you always do for some reason, even though you know you shouldn't be, when you overconsume on these things, you get knocked out of the state of alignment. You have a bunch of self-doubt. That's the biggest one. You go through a bunch of self-doubt, and that's what causes you to quit. That's why you haven't been able to stick to your fitness journey. That's why you haven't been able to wake up early for consecutive days. That's why you haven't been able to have strong friendships, because you break. You fail people. You don't care. You don't care enough to invest in yourself to then be able to invest in others. You simply don't care. And if you did, you would sit down, you would reflect on the things that you regret, learn the lessons that you're supposed to learn, and build your fucking identity around the 10.0 you. about the 10.0 you, which is the individual who doesn't miss, the individual who has his habits on lock, the individual who has his attitude on lock, the individual who holds his word no matter what. And that's why you guys, people have been following my Instagram for a long ass time. I am so proud of my ability to wake up at the time that I wake up for over a year straight now. Every single one has been posted. And you know why I started doing that? Because I was drawn to it when I saw Wes Watson doing it. I was drawn to it. I said, fuck, that is so badass that he wakes up that early every day. He doesn't lie. He shows up for his people. He's prepared for his opportunity. I'm so drawn to this. So I started to do it, and I haven't missed since, and I'm the most fulfilled, best version of myself because I didn't lie to myself. But you continue to lie to yourself. Why are you lying to yourself? I don't get it. I think we all know what we're drawn to. We all know what our purpose is. We all know what we're supposed to do, but you just allow these distractions to kick you off track. But I'm telling you, it wasn't until April 7th of 2023, I said, I'm gonna start waking up at this time. I'm gonna start eating this way. I'm gonna start working out this way. I'm gonna drop all the bullshit. I basically snapped my fingers and I damn near stopped everything at that moment. It's just a decision. I said, fuck the distractions. I had to make a lot of sacrifices. They were extremely hard to make, but I did it. And now I'm here, the most fulfilled individual that I've personally ever been, but I'm still not even my 10.0 self, and that's the best part. I still have so much room to grow, but I'm fucking miles ahead of so many other people because I took it seriously. I have my backbone. I have a motherfucking backbone. And if you're a man, it's not that I believe, you have to have a fucking backbone. And that's something that as I've taken on this journey, as I've taken it more seriously, I cannot respect a motherfucker who doesn't hold his word. Because all that tells me is that you don't have a backbone. That's all it tells me. And as I began to live this lifestyle, and as I've taken it seriously, that belief in my head has grown stronger and stronger and stronger. That fuck anybody who's not going to be reliable. Fuck anybody who's going to lie to you. Fuck anybody who's going to turn their back on you. You know, you send them love and you get them off their way. You get them out of your life immediately. And that belief in me has grown a lot stronger. I've tolerated a lot less bullshit. And all that's allowed me to do is just spread more love, get rid of the distractions, and build the best version of myself. We still got a long fucking way to go. Stop self-sabotaging, create your backbone, get your core beliefs, get those structured core values and live by them, and let's fucking go. The rule book to life, baby.